Hey guys, it's Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to demonstrate a primitive fire making technique known as the flint and steel. And a lot of people say that this isn't a primitive technique because it was used for such a long time, but if you think about it in the sense that Native Americans were doing friction fires while a couple hundred years before that across the water the Romans were using flint and steel, the Vikings, so it's considered a primitive fire making technique. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's in my primitive fire making kit, my flint and steel kit, and then I'll demonstrate the technique. Alright guys, so this is my flint and steel kit, and I keep it in a tin similar to like an Altoids tin. I got a hole in the top to make use this for making char cloth. As you can see, I've already used this to make some char cloth before. And I keep some jute twine and use to make my tinder bundle, and I'll show you how to do that soon. I have my actual steel, and you need to use a high carbon steel, and that's what this is. You can use your knife or whatever, and I'll kind of show how to do that as well. But this is a piece of high carbon steel, and you just can hit it across or hit the flint across it. And this is flint, and you can use a variety of different rocks. In my area, quartz is very common, and how you can tell is hit the two together, and if they spark, it'll work on a high carbon steel knife or striker like this. And then I have a lot of char cloth in there. So let's go ahead and get to the technique. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and process some of this jute twine into a tinder bundle. Basically, you're just going to pull it apart. You can get this any hardware store or craft store. But you just want to shred it apart, kind of similar to a natural tinder bundle that you may make out of bark or whatnot. But you just want it to be fluffy. But you can also use natural tinder, if you would like. Process some inner bark of a tree. But I like jute twine. It's excellent. It has a quick burn, so you'll want to go ahead and set up your kindling and fuel and stuff like that prior to starting to do your flint and steel fire. Or really any fire for that matter. You want to go ahead and set up your kindling and fuel and get all that prepared prior to you getting a spark or flame. Alright, I think that's good enough. It's going to be a small bundle, but we're not really trying to start a fire here, so. Alright, so now you can do this two ways, and I'll show you real quick with a knife. With a knife, if you have a high carbon knife, you can hold it down over your char cloth and hit across it like this. This is a D2 steel knife, so that won't work, but just if you have a high carbon steel knife, you want to do that. But you can hold your flint. I don't know if you can see that, the sparks are coming off. You can do it like that, or you can do it like this and hit down the sparks onto your tinder pile. Let me go ahead and get some char cloth. And the reason why you have to use char cloth for this, or charred material, is that the sparks off this is only about 800 degrees. And like a ferrocerium rod throws 5400 degree spark, so this is very low temperature spark, so you need something that's already charred that will take a spark easily. But you can either put your char cloth on top or on bottom. I've actually seen it work just as good both ways, so it really doesn't matter. But let's go ahead and do this. And basically you just sit it on top of your stone like that, your piece of flint, and you'll strike down. And a spark should hop up there onto the char cloth. very quick burning, but you can see it's still burning there now. But very quick way to start a fire, you know, if you have the right components. You have the char cloth, you have the tinder, and you have a high carbon steel striker or your knife. But that is the flint and steel firecraft. You know, would I rather do this? No, over, you know, a ferrocerium rod? No, never in a million years. I could, you know, carry this, and I don't need to carry all this and need char material. You can use this to light about anything. So I would definitely choose a ferrocerium rod over a flint and steel kit. But it's a good technique to know how to do. You know, I think all knowledge is good. So regardless of what it is, if it's practical, it could become practical in a situation where you may not have anything but a high carbon steel knife and you find a piece of flint or quartz or something like that, and you can start a fire. But check out blackscoutsurvival.com for more tips and tutorials. Check out our online store, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.